Hello, everyone. It is Self-Care Sunday. I tell you. Self-Care edition. That's what we do here. Self-Care Sunday. How are you today? What are you grateful for on this Self-Care Sunday? Tell me about your day and what you are grateful for. That is what I want to know. I want to know what you, but most especially you, are grateful for this Sunday. That is how I roll. That is what I'm thinking about on this Sunday night. I can't believe it's the 24th of October, the 24th, as we finish up the fourth weekend of October. We got one more left. One more. You're going to kill it. You got one more weekend to go. We got a whole nother full week of October. Yes, we do. We have an exciting full week of October left ahead of us. And I am excited to be here with you tonight on this Sunday night. Woo! Yes. But what is happening in your day? We were busy today. A little cooler weather. Lots of people buying clothes today, which was nice. A little bit of furniture to go with it. It's all good. It is all good. Hey, Adele and Dazzle. Dazzle, it is treat time. 2 meows from you tonight. It must be a heck of a night for Dazzle. Dazzle must be full of vim and vigor. Full of vim and vigor tonight. To get 2 meows out of Dazzle tonight. Either that or it must be I'm early enough in the night for Dazzle. Maybe I'm just early enough for Dazzle tonight. Oh, it is a good day. Hey, Julie Chenkowitz, how are you tonight? Thought of you a bunch today. I hope all is well in your world. Tornado warnings? It's freaking November almost. Freaking November. What kind of place are you living in, Kitty? I am sorry you are under tornado watches. That's scary. That can be really scary. So our prayers are with you, Kitty, for no tornadoes. We are broadcasting tonight on both Facebook and YouTube. Both Facebook and YouTube. Any problems with Facebook? Hop on over to YouTube. Cassandra's got the link there for you in the comments. Whatever you do, just don't get blown away tonight, Kitty. Don't blow away. Raining in northern Illinois, but no tornadoes. A tornado on December 1st? Holy moly. I remember when we had the opportunity to move to Kansas. I'm just glad we never did. I had a job opportunity once in Kansas. It was just cooler today. Let me rephrase that. I think it was cooler. I never left over there today. I was over there all day today. That is where I was at all day long. And give me another hour or so, Adele, and you'll believe that I spent time at my desk today. Give me another hour or so, and you'll have what you're waiting for on your desk. It's on my editor's desk. How's that? I've sent it to the editor. But I've been at that desk all day. I've actually had a very productive day. A lot of good conversations today, a lot of good emails, a lot of good crossing stuff off the list. Crossing it right off the list. I've been doing today. That has been the kind of Sunday I've been having, which is really good. Really good. Let's get started tonight, folks, with the Good Morning, Good Night book. Oops, no glasses here. Hang on a second. Let's find me some glasses. Oops, actually, hang on. Let me plug in my headset here so I have that for tomorrow. All righty. I've got glasses now. I've got glasses. We're on page 48. 48. Good morning. Breathe deep. The hitch in your breath, it's a record scratch. The throbbing in your temples, the bass. And you control the volume knob. The scars in your mind and your heart are grooves that run deep. Your music and your heart are grooves that run deep. Your music, your heart, your life. You got the aux cord. Bump it. You got through lots of great consignments today, Julie, before everybody else got there. Yes, that uninterrupted time. Cassandra was at the at our distribution center today, and she likes the Sunday staff. She likes the Sunday staff. She got completely uninterrupted today. She was not disturbed by any of them today. And none of the stores know tend to know when she's there on a Sunday, and she sneaks in and sneaks out, and nobody bothers her. Nobody bothers her. Although the FedEx delivery guy said nobody was there. She was there. She was there. She was there today. And when they supposedly tried to deliver, I don't think they really tried to deliver one of our orders to us. But, I don't count on much with that. But yes, it was an amazingly productive day. So today is Self-Care Sunday, people. Why do we call it Self-Care Sunday? Because it's a day for you to unplug, for you to disconnect, for you not to worry about anything. And I know we've talked a lot already today about all the things that everybody snuck in and done at work today, and all the work people have gotten done. And Kitty filling online orders, sneaking in and filling online orders. I got to train somebody new on online orders tomorrow. They're filling the shipping side of it. They're going to be excited. They're going to be excited. Let's go with that thought. But Self-Care Sunday is the symbol. Even though all of us are talking about all that we got accomplished today, and it's been an incredibly accomplishing day on this Sunday. We set this day aside as the symbol of disconnect, of unplugging so that you can recharge, your batteries. Your batteries need to get recharged. You need to take time off. You need to take time away from your store. You need to throw your phone on the other side. I mean, quite honestly, my phone was... Even Cassandra's like, why aren't you coming to dinner? You're not even responding. And I'm like, my alerts are like off today. Rebecca did an update to my phone, and my alerts, for whatever reason, I've been getting intermittent text alerts today when people have been texting me. But I have the Disney Castle on my phone now, so isn't that wonderful? No spoilers, Kitty. I have not watched football yet today. Even though I have a football shirt, I have not watched any football today. I do know the Red Sox lost. Bonnie has been egging me on all day about that. The Braves are in the World Series this year. When are the Red Sox playing? I've been hearing from Bonnie today. Which is okay. That's okay. But these days where we disconnect are so important. Taking the time to watch football, taking the afternoon off and not doing anything. That is what Self-Care Sunday is all about, people. That is what it is all about. It is about that disconnection. And you have to do that. This is a marathon. It's not even a marathon. It's an Ironman. It's an Ironman, which is like way beyond a marathon. It's a marathon plus a swim plus a bike. It is a grueling event. But that is what we are in. We are starting right now, week 83 and 84, depending on which week you started counting. Week 83, 84, and you are still here. You are stronger than you were before. You are better than you were before. And Yes, resting those arthritic joints. Resting, yes, my doctor told me, they say everything starts breaking at 50, He told me about arthritis and everything else recently. But it is about this. It is about getting and pacing yourself. You don't have to go at 1,000,000 miles an hour. You can't do it. You can't do it for 83, 84 weeks. And this is not over. The pandemic continues. The effects of it continue. You have to continue. You have to pace yourself. And that is why I spend so much time each and every week reminding you about Self-Care Sunday. Early on, if you were to go watch one of our week 3 video, if you were to go back and watch the week 3 video on Sunday and we talked about Self-Care Sunday, we're like, this is going to be over, whatever. But you still had to rest. We were talking about disconnecting and recharging since the beginning. And that is how you are still here. That is how you will continue to still be here. Okay, is taking that time. And if you can't do it on Sunday, you take half a day Tuesday. I mean, like we took yesterday. We took from Friday afternoon through yesterday, and we just had a great day yesterday. I mean, we had such a good time disconnecting yesterday. So that is what this is all about, people. That is what this is all about. And I got some stuff for you tonight. I got a little bit of stuff for you tonight. We got a busy week this week. But I got a little bit of stuff for you tonight. We got a busy week. Oh, there's a good quote from Simon tonight. Together is better. Together is better. And we're together. Together is better. Together is better. That's a good quote from our friend Simon. I think I used this quote the other night, but in case I didn't put the piece of paper to my done pile. I'm not afraid of storms, for I'm learning how to sail my ship. I'm not afraid of storms, for I am learning how to sail my ship. From Louise May Alcott, the writer. In case you're wondering how the courts are working in on vaccine mandates, the Supreme Court declined to block Maine's vaccine mandate. So vaccine mandates are here, people, and they're staying. So just in case you were unsure on it. One of the things I got for you tonight is the guy behind the prize. The guy behind the prize. And I like this story because, so often we never know. It's an old, I'm going to age myself here. Well, I've already aged myself a few times here. But old knowledge tends to be priceless. I mean, old knowledge tends to be priceless. And, the Paul Harvey, the rest of the story. Everybody knows the Nobel Prize. But did you know Nobel? Did you know Nobel? Did you know him? Do you know the story behind Nobel? And everybody knows the Nobel Prizes, which are given out, I believe, mostly in December. But Nobel's birthday was just the other day. His birthday was the 21st of October. And he would have been 188 years ago. He would have been 188 on October 21st. And Alfred Nobel had the rare experience of being able to read his own obituary. Yes, I love Paul Harvey. Paul Harvey is great. I mean, even if you listen to Paul Harvey today, even if you replay Paul Harvey, the way he delivered the story, the way he educated you was amazing because he wanted to lift you up. He wanted to lift your mind up. And, so tonight I'm going to give you the story of Alfred Nobel because his birthday was the other day. And because he had the rare experience of being able to read his own obituary, and what he saw deeply distressed him. A brilliant scientist, Nobel was a prodigious chemist and an inventor. During his career, he was awarded hundreds of patents, the most famous being for dynamite. Nobel was also a gifted businessman. He was especially successful as a manufacturer of explosives, and he amassed a great fortune in the weapons business, eventually owning 90 factories producing armaments. In 1888, Alfred's brother Ludwig died while visiting Cannes, France. The local newspaper mistakenly believed it was Alfred who had died, and it had reported his death under the headline, "The Merchant of Death is Dead." The article went on to say Dr. Alfred Nobel, who became rich by finding ways to kill more people faster than ever before, died yesterday. Seeing how he was going to be remembered horrified Alfred. He became determined to assure himself a different and better legacy. So here's the rest of the story. So Alfred Nobel, who never married, had no children, used nearly his entire estate to create a foundation that awards annual prizes for distinction in physics, chemistry, medicine, literature, and most famously, peacemaking. The Nobel Prizes are now generally regarded as the highest honor one could attain in those fields. The man who seemed destined to be remembered as the Merchant of Death instead became the man best known as the benefactor of the Nobel Peace Prize. He was born in Stockholm, Sweden on October 21st, 1833, 188 years ago. And now you know the rest of the story. That is, people talk about legacy, leaders talk about legacy, and their, presidents talk about the libraries they build and the things that they do. And, the interesting thing as you read that story is he took the time to understand how he was being viewed and took the time to change that story. And it wasn't just writing a check. It was what he invested his check in. It was what he invested his life in. And ultimately his inventions of dynamite and things have helped, while used for destruction in some things, have been used for countless very good and wonderful things, and being able to build different things and take man to different places. So his contribution is far beyond what the shallow headline was on that day when his brother passed in France. It is, I've heard once, you'll be remembered by a couple people. For a couple people will really touch, you'll really touch it. It will really affect. The rest of the world will move on and say a couple of words, maybe for a couple of days, and then you'll soon be forgotten. But today, 108 years later, we still celebrate the gifts that Nobel has given us. So I was touched by the rest of that story, and I hope you were as well. We have got we got a lot to cover this week. I was starting to work on an outline of things that I wanted to cover this week, and I was like, I got some big stuff that I want to work into this week, and we're gonna work it in. We got some big stuff. We've got to talk this week about PPP forgiveness again, because some of you are still working on that. And you're working on it because the deadline's coming, and you're up against a wall. And I get that. So the deadline's coming. It's not really a deadline. So let me tonight I will give you this part of it. The only deadline that you are facing is possibly having to make a payment. Okay, you are not facing a deadline where you will not get forgiveness if you do not apply for forgiveness. So the only deadline you are facing is that you may have to make a payment on your PPP loan. All payments are paused as soon as your application for forgiveness is filed, even if it hasn't been approved yet. So the worst case, even if you're, because I have several people that have been reaching out, I have a deadline of next week, this week, the 30th. I've heard all sorts of deadlines in the last couple of days. The worst thing that you will have to do is make a payment on your PPP if your application for forgiveness is not in. And if you make that payment and your loan is ultimately forgiven, which I expect for overwhelmingly for my listeners, it will be. I mean, beyond overwhelmingly, it will be. Okay. That payment will get refunded to you. Okay. So that is the worst case scenario on that. So don't over stress over this. But we're going to talk about it this week because we're going to talk about what is happening with that and the issues and the pressures and the incorrect information that is coming from some banks and bank officers. So we're going to talk about that and make sure everybody is using the correct forms, the correct information. Even if I have to talk to your banker, we'll get them to do it right. We will get them to do it right. Okay. I have talked to more bankers, more accountants, more everything in the last couple of weeks. It's been really kind of nuts. I just thought they'd be further nuts from the perspective of I thought those people would be further along at this point into it. We got to talk about the employer retention credit again because there's different things going on for some of you who have gotten some money and you got to know how to record it correctly in QuickBooks. But for those of you that are waiting on it, I have gotten some new information, and we'll talk about contacts that you can make to check on your employee retention application and how to follow up on it correctly, and ultimately making sure that you are in the system for it. Because once you're in the system, things are moving along. They have moved where they're handling it, and they've got people on this to get money out, and I'm really excited about that. We're going to talk about the Sharks. We're going to talk about the Sharks this week. I had the opportunity to listen to a very interesting interview with the Shark Tank, one of the members of the Shark Tank, and about their wins and losses with different business. And we're going to talk about how that relates to your wins and losses, okay, in business, okay? Not everything's a home run, people. Not everything's a home run. And even if you have millions of dollars, it's not a home run, okay? Even if you have access to millions of dollars does not equate to a home run. And so we're going to talk about, basically their runs batted in, how many wins they have for how many hits they take. And it was really very interesting. Okay. And we're going to talk about... and we're gonna talk. Yeah, Shark Tank's awesome, and there's some new stuff. I mean, it really is a good thing. Although there's lots of games with the TVing of it, and I don't want to get into the games of TVing of it, but the way that the business. Underlying business. It's going to be a great conversation with you guys. And is it normal yet? Should COVID? Can I still say that COVID's affecting my business? That's another hot topic that's been flying into my inbox. You guys write this show, not me. I mean, you think that I come up with all these topics, okay, and come up with everything. You guys write this. You guys write this show each and every day. And so could COVID still be affecting my business? How do I know whether it's COVID or something else? Okay, that's affecting my business. So we're going to talk about that this week. We are going to talk about these things. That is what's on tap this week. That is what is on tap for week 83-84. Week 83-84 as we step through it. And you'll probably help me finish my project for the SBA. I gotta do a lot of work for the SBA this week. on their class that I'm helping write. And, we will work on that some this week too. You'll help me think through it. I got a lot of work to. I got a busy week. But so do you, because there's lots of great stuff on tap this week. So don't miss a minute. You know what? This video and everything I talk about goes over to narts.org/resale strong by noon the next day. Noon, I tell you. All the files, all the links, all the videos, including a direct link to the YouTube channel. You're not alone running this store, where you can like, comment, subscribe, and oh yeah, you know what to do. Ring the bell, ring it, so you know when a new one drops. Thank you, Julie. Thank you. I'm here every night with you, every night at more 8 than ish, live in the Narts private Facebook group and streaming on YouTube. But if you have a question in between, just email me, Neil, Neil at ECIstores.com, Neil at ECIstores.com. We start this program every night with the Good Morning, Good Night book. That's how we roll here. Our Good Morning tonight on page 48 is Good Morning. Breathe deep. The hitch in your breath is a record scratch. That throbbing in your temples the bass, and you control the volume knob. The scars in your mind are your heart, and your heart are grooves that run deep. Your music, your heart, your life. You got the aux cord. Bump it. Our good night tonight is good night. You got the aux cord. Your mind is your own. Your heart is your own. You set the playlist. Bump it. Yes, people. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Neil Abrams, and I do like a good party, a wedding, a bar mitzvah, a disco bump. I don't know. We will party again. We will party in person. And when we do, I'm going to be there with you. But until then, and until tomorrow night at more 8 than ish, know that you and you, but most importantly you, yes you, you're not alone running this store. Have a great night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow. It's time for dessert.